Welcome to the Abarca, where we speak about fitness, entrepreneurship, and humble beginnings. This is season 3, episode 2, and I'm here with my boy Jay.
How you doing?
I have Jay here, who's huge in nightlife. We'll be talking about his journey and his night game. Roll the intro, Joe. Introduce Jay. Just a couple of announcements. Guys, online coaching, in-person training is available. Please reach out to me on my IG tag and my YouTube channel. I'll be happy to help you guys out with your fat loss, booty building, etc. They do call me the booty doctor around here. But before we even start, bro, okay, I know you, Jay.
Yeah.
But for the people that are watching who do not know you, please introduce yourself.
So I'm Jay, 30 years old. I moved here from the Philippines when I was like 13 years old, 2006. I speak 3 different dialects of the Philippines. I understand Spanish too. Hence, my family's like Spanish Filipino.
Damn, so you're a Pinoy and then you speak Spanish as well?
When needed, but most of the time at work, if they need an officer that knows how to speak Spanish, I said, no habla español.
Okay.
But yeah, so I grew up in a white neighborhood, hence why most of my friends think I'm a white boy all the time.
Right.
And I'm in the nightlife industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing in nightlife? Just to kind of go into detail, like you told me a little bit that you were a promoter, you were a photographer, etc.
So I started as a photographer for Mad Hatter. How I got that spot is that I'm friends with my with one of the part owners now.
Okay.
During that time, he was a manager.
Okay.
I think every girls know him. They call him Dedicated.
Okay.
His name is Mike Corey. He's
Okay.
a personal trainer too.
Nice.
He was a D1 wrestler back in the day.
Right.
We followed each other on my fitness account, the one that you follow too.
Right.
And then one day, I was looking at a picture that I took from my last trip in the Philippines. Everyone was like, yo, that picture is great. You should be a photographer. I was like, nah, you capping. Long story short, or fast forward, I bought a camera, my first A6400. Me and my girlfriend at that time, not my ex. Good thing.
Right.
She was like, babe, let's start a couples channel, vlogging.
Okay.
2 months later, she breaks up with me. I was like, all right, what the fuck am I going to do with a camera? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to curse, but I don't know if you're allowed
curse,
to.
bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
Go.
So I have this 6400 camera. I spent like $1,500 on it. I was like, what am I going to do with it? My friends was like, why don't we try taking pictures? I started taking pictures, and they were like, yo, you're dope. So I hit up Mike. I was like, yo.
Mike, the manager.
Yeah, the manager, now
Gotcha.
a part owner,
And you
Matt
said,
Hatter.
just so that we could have a little bit of background info for the viewers that don't know about Hoboken, New Jersey, etc. So Mad Hatter is a bar dash restaurant in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yes, in Washington Street.
Gotcha.
Between 2nd and 3rd Street.
Okay,
So,
continue.
He was like, yeah, sure, come in. It was funny because during that time, I would come in a suit and tie because I was working under Tiffany & Co.'s global security.
Got it.
People would be like, yo, what is this guy wearing a suit and tie with a Tiffany jewelry taking photos?
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, it's a new hobby. I wasn't paid the whole time I was at Hatter. So my first 2 years, I was just taking pictures for fun, getting my name out there, and like making connections. Towards the end of my Mad Hatter career, let's put it that way.
You don't work there no more then?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, go ahead.
My friend, we call him Call Sign Bill. He's another photographer.
Okay.
He was like, dude, since you don't get paid here by the hour or like for the day, charge people $5 per photo. Dude, not gonna lie. Mad Hatter was like, yo, $150 per night. And I was like, seriously, bro? With me charging $10 per picture, I end up taking 85, 90, 100 pictures times 10.
Right. So you're almost making an estimated $1,000 a night.
Yeah.
And you're vibing there. You're there with your camera at a bar in Hoboken where there's a lot of guys, a lot of girls there,
Yeah.
and you just end up networking and making connections.
And then towards the end of my like Mad Hatter life's nightlife thing,
Okay.
I stopped like really taking photos because like other photographers started coming in trying to get their name out. So I would just chill in the VIP. The owner of Pilsner Beer Garden, how I met them.
Okay.
One night, this guy, I was like, who the hell is this guy wearing a cargo shorts and a t-shirt? He was like, yo, bro, you could join our table. They were popping bottles like Class Azul over Class Azul.
Right.
He was like, yo, get girls, bring her to your table, your drinks covered. That exact moment that I got there with 5 girls, one of the main guys from their table was like, hey, hold up. You keep on getting our drinks. Well, who the hell are you? I was like, you don't know me? Come on, seriously?
Right.
And he goes like, yo, that's Jay. He brought the girls here. I was like, you good.
Okay. So what you're saying is you went from photographer to almost a nightlife promoter in Hoboken.
Yes.
Okay, and you're still a nightlife promoter there.
Yes.
Okay.
In Hoboken. But now I'm more into Green Rock and then sending people over to Birch Nightlife.
Okay. All right. So Green Rock is another bar, guys, in Hoboken, New Jersey, and then Birch is actually a
club / bar.
Exactly, in Hoboken, New Jersey as well. But talk to me before we end up getting into the spicy questions of nightlife. Talk to me about you coming from the Philippines when you were younger. You came here and you had a great journey coming from the Philippines as a 7 or 8 year old.
No, I came here when I was 11 or 12 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry. So that was 6th or 7th grade then.
Yes.
Okay.
So right after 6th grade, we moved here in the U.S. But before that, we would always go back and forth from Canada to the Philippines because my grandfather was under the most corrupt president of the Philippines.
Oh, shit.
And so he had immunity in Canada, in Vancouver.
Right.
So we would go back and forth to Vancouver. And then one day, my mom decides, because like, hey, my father sent me to school to be a nurse. Your dad makes a lot of money here in the Philippines because we own a deep sea fishing business in the Philippines. She goes like, why not I go to the U.S. and then work as a nurse?
Got it.
So literally, we packed our bags, moved here in the U.S.
And then you ended up becoming a personal trainer. That was your first job.
That was no. My first job was doing a delivery guy for one of my friend's grandfather's pharmacy.
Okay.
Until it closed down, and then I took the exam to be a personal trainer, and I passed it. And
how did that go? You were speaking about your niches and how you train people over 50 years old to lose weight.
Yeah.
Correct?
So most of my clients, when I was working at 24 Hour Fitness in Wayne, now UFC Fit.
Gotcha.
My idea and mindset was like, yo, I'm gonna get young adults to get jacked up and then be great athletes, to be D1 athletes. But then most of the time, the kids down there, they're like, yo, my mom won't pay $1,000 for a package because you know how gyms are. Long story short, I started working my way into the early morning shifts, like 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning, getting all the older adults that like are probably 45 to 50 years old.
The older demographics.
The older demographics.
Correct.
And then I would start giving them free sessions, and then I would just start training them. Most of the time, these guys are like 10 to 15 pounds overweight their limit, and then are on like the heart pressure pills and everything.
Right.
Long story short, most of these guys, the first two guys that I trained, gave me 5 clients because they lost at least 6 pounds within 2 months and a half, and that was with no steroids.
Gotcha.
And one of the guys, up to now, I'm still good friends with, and then he's actually the one who got me my job in the private investigation because he was an investigator himself too before.
Right, and then you ended up becoming an investigator, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now talk to me about personal training. Like you transitioned out of that, obviously, ended up becoming an investigator, and then ended up becoming a nightlife promoter and photographer. Now, what made you leave personal training?
Because my mom wanted me to go back and finish my school.
Gotcha.
Because you know how, like, most of the time, personal training, you're working on your client's time.
Right.
So I was trying to finish my school, but then I couldn't really finish because my clients are like, hey, I want this time, I want that time. And then sometimes I'm at school. So after 4 years saving money from being a personal trainer, I decided, I was like, all right, Mom, I'm going to take a pay cut in my salary, work an hourly job that I don't want, and then I'll try to get my associate's degree. I almost got my bachelor's degree because the state police wanted to hire me.
And what specifically?
And what happened was COVID happened. And I hate learning online.
But you said a bachelor's degree in what specifically?
Criminal justice.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
Criminal justice with a minor in, or like a double major in IT.
Got it.
Because I wanted to get in cybersecurity.
Okay.
So like literally I told my mom my goal is work in the police department for 5 years and then transition to Homeland Security.
Gotcha.
Only because I promised her first cousin, my late uncle, that I'll follow his footsteps because he was an analyst for the FBI and the Homeland Security.
Oh wow! So it runs in the blood then.
Yeah, my mom's father was a judge too.
Wow.
In the Philippines. So it's like I can't be a nurse, I can't be a doctor because I hate medical stuff.
Right.
I tried. I did 2 years of nursing, but then I'm like, I hate blood. My mom was like, you hate blood, but you see dead bodies. I was like, that's different.
Now, one thing, Jay, you mentioned that really caught my attention was that you now take pictures as well, on top of taking pictures of the life of bars, clubs, etc. You take pictures of models, business owners, and NFL players even. All right, how did you end up, for the future photographers out there who would want to become a photographer and end up taking pictures of celebrities and people in that stature, how did you come about it? How did you network with these people? Help some future photographers out right now.
So like I mentioned my friend Call Sign Bill earlier today.
Okay.
When I was at Mad Hatter, he was a photographer there too.
Okay.
And he would be like, yo, this is how you switch your camera settings. Because I had my camera on auto. He goes like, dude, are you really a photographer? Who the hell puts this camera on auto?
Right.
So he taught me on how to work the ISO, the speed of the camera, like the shutter speed and everything. And after that, I started learning tricks like compositions on how to take pictures of people. And yeah.
All right, but how did you get into the model, the business owners, the NFL players, etc.?
So the NFL players, they would like this, and it's the last time that they came to Mad Hatter.
Okay.
I met them 2-3 years ago, and they had a table.
Okay.
They said, Mike, we don't want to be blasted out on your IG because we don't want people to know that we're here, because we're not supposed to be out drinking because it's still the season.
AKA, they probably have girlfriends and they not.
Yeah, and
they don't want to get caught fuckboying. I got you.
So there goes my boy. He goes like, yo, I got the Giants in my club, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Not gonna lie, no shade to Mike. I love Mikey.
Right.
I saw him at the Devils game yesterday.
Okay.
But it's so funny because like they're like, yeah, that's why we don't really go there anymore, because like, yo, when we say we don't want to be known that we're here, don't be like saying like, yo, I got the Giants here.
I got you.
So there was that one time that the Giants were there, and then I became friends with Nick Gates, Chad Slade, who doesn't play anymore because he has his own restaurant in Alabama now.
Okay.
I met two-time Super Bowl champ Jonathan Casillas, who's one of my good friends, and they started introducing me to other players. Like recently, I became friends with the outside linebacker of the Giants, Aziz Olajuwon, and he goes like, "Dude, I love your pictures. When the off-season practice starts, I want you in the Giants
that's pretty dope
field taking pictures of us." So
in essence, you were just in the right environment, right place, right time.
Yeah.
What about the models and what about the business owners? Or were they with models? I don't want you putting the football players on the spot.
So
were they not with models?
Models.
Okay.
I never thought there were models. All I saw was like, yo, these girls are good looking. And to be honest with you, I have more confidence talking to a girl back in the day when I had my camera.
Right.
Because like if I don't have a camera, I don't want to be like, yo, how you doing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk to them.
Right. Every girl wants to
Yeah.
take a picture of themselves.
So now, like a camera, I was like, hey, how you doing? Can I take a picture of you for the bar?
Right.
That was my main like pickup line. I was like, can I take a picture for the bar? And then the moment they see their picture, I was like, oh my god, that looks great. How can you send it to me? Like, yo, you want to slide me your DM? Want to slide my DM?
That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. So that's how you got connected with models.
Yeah.
And you just stumbled upon what? Just a Victoria's Secret model or some shit or what?
No, so most of these girls are just like IG models and stuff like that.
Like influencers.
Influencers, quote unquote.
Gotcha.
So,
All right. Well, now Jay, I have this segment in my episodes, my one-on-one episodes, where I'm just gonna be spitting out random questions of entrepreneurship because you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I want you to be as direct and efficient as possible with your answers. Okay, it's gonna be random.
All right.
Few sentences, and you just spitball.
But 1 second, I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we shut this down a little bit? I'm a little shivering.
Oh, no problem. Joe, you mind?
I'm like shake. Yeah, I was
No.
shaking.
I don't want you shaking, bro. I told you I didn't want you dying. All right.
No, you're good.
All right. So the random questions. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. The biggest mistake on a photography job
is being clingy and not knowing how to approach a client.
Okay. Craziest nightlife story.
Craziest nightlife story.
Top of the head. Come on.
I saw my ex, and then my friends saw my ex. They're all Hoboken cops.
Okay.
We passed by Basil's, the pizzeria. They go like, yo, Jay, it's I'm not going to say her name.
Right.
They're like, it's Samantha. I'm like, nah, you're tripping. And I was like, no, Samantha inside. Some guy's hitting on her, and she looks smacked. I go inside the pizzeria, and I go like, yo, how you doing? She was like, oh, babe, how you doing? She kissed me, makes out with me. The guy leaves, and then comes back 20 minutes later. He goes like, yo, baby girl, what's up? You think you could, I could put my number on your phone so that we could connect? Right. And she goes like, nah, my phone's dead. That's already a hint that she didn't want to talk to him.
Right.
And then he goes like, oh, how about you just put your phone number on my phone? And she goes like, tu es novio is about to fucking kill you. And he goes like, who, this little man right here? I was like, yo, you want to step outside a bit? So I started walking him outside. I was like, bro, you're making a wrong decision. Long story short, I didn't realize he called his 4 friends to walk outside and then try to beat me up. I thought my boys left already. The moment they all walked out with me, there goes 4 off-duty Hoboken cops and then 1 state trooper that I'm friends with standing outside. They go like, and then all I heard was that one of the guys goes like, bro, those are the guys that arrested one of our homies last week. He goes like, he might be a cop. And I turned around. He goes like, shit, yeah.
And they end up running away? Oh, shit. Okay. 3 tips to instantly make your photos better for the photographers out there.
Do not oversaturate.
Okay.
What you call this? Damn, I'm blacking out. Holy shit. Just do not oversaturate. Do not over edit like the sharpness. And ask for what you call this? People's thoughts on how it
opinions,
looks.
feedback.
Opinions and feedbacks.
Okay,
that's it.
Do promoters get ass? I gotta ask that.
Sometimes.
Please.
Yes and no. Yes, if you know how to talk to women.
Okay.
If you're respectful and if you're good looking. Even if you're ugly, you still could get ass. You just know how to talk and don't be a creep.
Got it. That was a good tip.
Sometimes guys that's good looking and Jack, they think I was like, yo, I get this girl. Start buying girls drinks, and out of nowhere, you don't see her. The girl's best friend cock blocking you. He's like, what are you trying to do with my friend? I was like, no, I'm just trying to be nice and cool. Like, nah, you trying to sleep with her. Like, well,
that's when you're honest, no?
Yeah, but the thing
Wouldn't
is,
you
like,
want to be honest?
The thing is, like, have that conversation and try to get that conversation and connection with the girl when she's half and half. not completely plastered, that's gonna be too easy. Because now that's how you get charges.
Right. That's smart. That's smart from previous cop guys. All right. Are photographers underpaid?
Yes, because club owners, managers want to keep on making money. This is what they tell people all the time, especially when I was at Mad Hatter.
Right.
Jay, we don't have enough budget to pay you the asking price that you're asking. When I first started, I asked $275 a night. After 5 years, I was like $500 a night. They're like, we don't have enough money. And then out of nowhere, no shade to Mikey again, he started buying condominiums in Florida, started showing off his house in Toms River. And I'm like, all right, bro, you telling me that you don't have money, but then you would hire other photographers and underpay them because you don't want to pay me. When I left Mad Hatter, one of the main owners' brothers hit me up because like, yo, can you come back? I need you for football season. I was like, nah, bro. You guys already disrespected the shit out of me for 5 years. Why would I come back?
Yeah.
Like, enough is enough.
Right. You know what that story reminds me of, and I'm not gonna put these people on blast because I'm just putting them on a pedestal. But I had the same situation with my first ever episode on season 3 here.
Yeah.
You know, these people were unprofessional. They still owe me money. I'm not gonna put you guys on blast because I'm gonna be helping you guys out. But for the people that arrived and showed up to my podcast in that episode, and the people that watched, if you guys know who I'm talking about, I will not do any work with them because you will end up losing money and you would be asking for your money back. But yeah, last question. Okay. I gotta ask this because you're in the nightlife and it's Hoboken, and Hoboken gets crazy. This is the last question.
Sure.
Okay. Have you ever had girls flash other guys at the bar while taking pictures?
This happened 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit! All right, explain. You gotta explain now.
So, I don't know what you call those shirts like that. You like not in the middle, but then there's nothing covering. And this girl was so hammered that she kept on moving around, and then all I'm seeing is like, God damn, that girl is like showing us a show. And then the moment she saw me with a camera, she was like, take my picture. And then I got up next to her because in Green Rock, only girls could stand up on the bleachers. But then knowing me, I'm friends with all the owners of Green Rock, I get up there. So the girl started kissing me, and she was like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this because like I have a boyfriend. I was like, you just told me earlier that you're single. She goes like, well, I'm still in love with my ex. I was like, you're weird. And I jumped off and then moved to the other side. But it's so weird because like so many guys.
So is it common? Has it happened?
It's very common. Oh. It's like it's either girls would get too drunk and oblivious, they start showing their tits, or they start grinding on a guy. The moment a guy grabs them, goes like, "What are you doing? Get your hands off me!" Right.
Okay. All right, bro. So listen, we're at the end of the show. What I want to do is just ask you, what are your future plans? What are you going to try to accomplish in the near future? And then I want to toast a shot to your future endeavors.
So my future plans are all over the place. It's so weird. I started a clothing line a year and a half ago. I'm trying to get investors to get that going. And then I started a new one, which is, let's talk about the first one. The first one, I call the title, it said, "No Simps, Just Baddies." And when I made that thing, I was at Mad Hatter. Dedicated was like, bro, why you gotta create a clothing line that says "No Simps, Just Baddies" when you're the biggest simp in Hoboken?
Who said that?
Dedicated.
Oh shit.
And I was like, nah, bro, I'm not a simp. And he goes, and then his bottle server, who I used to be madly in love with, she goes like, you are a simp because every time you see me, goes like, how you doing, baby girl? And the second clothing line is, I'm trying to compete against Essentials, Fear of God. Okay. I called it Creed Vintage Streetwear. And then I have a motto. I forgot. My phone is in there. But actually, the motto, it says, believe in the Almighty One. For me, I said believe in the Almighty One is because that I want every religion to be able to connect with the phrase, not just believe in God. Because if believe in God, it's only Christian and Catholics that could do it. So,
Okay. All right, bro. Well, listen, I salute to your future clothing line. Let me know if you need some investors. I know some people. I'm
Say
networking.
less.
All right. And if I ever need a photographer, bro, I know who to call.
I got you,
All right,
brother.
Jay.
Salute.
And guys, that's the end of the episode. Hang tight. We're going to be going live on Instagram. We're going to have the after hour show for the Abarca with some lovely ladies. Just stay tuned. All right. Have a nice day, guys. And Jay, where can they find you on Instagram?
So I have two accounts. So I have two accounts. JG Photos. It's JAYGFOTOS. And my photo shoot stuff are on JG Shot It.
Got it. All right, bro. Make sure you give them a follow, and I'll see you soon.